So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's school, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
What is up, guys? What is up? Welcome to the Pick Your Roll Podcast, episode number 59. And
10 more shows. 10 more shows.
10 more, guys. We're 10 away. So, what is up? My guys are here. Next Shift Randy, Blaze Radio, and Rios from the Just Fans Podcast. How's everyone doing?
Trying to follow up with all this who's going to get traded, who's not going to get traded type information, watching NBA Today and everything, man. It's great. I love it.
I love it too.
Keep refreshing my Twitter account every time I hop on there just to see if anything's happening.
Right. Yeah, I'm really excited to see who's going to get traded where and everything, all these rumors and stuff like that. The rumors turn out to be false.
All-Star Weekend coming up too is one of my favorite times of the year, just to see all the stuff they do.
We're pretty much going to go live for that as well. We're going live for the NBA trade deadline tomorrow. We're going live for the All-Star Weekend next week. So we're going to be live a lot during that. So what is up, Ted? Thank you for stopping by. And here's Spongy with the dad jokes. DFJ Hoops, what is up, man? What is up? Who's this Blaze Radio guy?
Oh, no. Screw that punk. Get him out of here. Ban him.
Is that Tobias?
No.
No. Who's this guy?
Cutter?
Yeah, it's the dude here. Pick your nose.
Well, get my name out your mouth!
I didn't even say your name.
I don't he just decided to show up. I don't know. I don't control him. He's mad because he got snubbed for the All-Star game, I guess.
It's time for the Warriors to sweep the Sixers tonight. Yeah, good job. We don't have Maxey. We don't have Embiid. We don't have Covington. We don't have Batum. We don't have House. We
You know
don't
what?
have.
But we're not the
Melton.
Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies have been missing like 12 players the last couple games. It's crazy, man. Injury bugs hitting everybody, it seems.
Yep. Monte Morris is on Minnesota. We're gonna start off with that. Yep. Coach Ed will be here in a minute. He'll be here in a minute. So let's just get right into it. Sorry, Monte Morris is going to the Timberwolves for Shake Milton, Troy Brown Jr., and 1 second-round pick. I feel so bad for Shake Milton. I feel so
Why?
bad.
Why? He's
He
an
was on the
NBA
Sixers.
making a lot
He's
of
good
money.
for the Sixers.
I think-
And Mike, we should not
hope-
forfeit. The Sixers
like
should
that-
not forfeit.
I talked to you the other day, Mitch, about hopefully there'll be some big trades, but I think we're going to see a lot of these little trades like this, jockeying for position, fortifying your bench and shit like that, especially with all the injuries everywhere.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
teams that are dealing with expiring contracts, trying to get something in return, maybe a second round, or depending on the player and the type of contract they potentially have, maybe a first. So exactly, there's tons of moves that could be made. So excited.
There's a
No, I
lot of
agree.
moves.
I don't think it's going to be anything earth-shattering, but it's going to be a lot of solid moves. I guess for the teams that are contending for like the top spots in the playoffs, just to fortify the bench, just because injuries are going to go happen after All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we actually have a question for Rios from Spongy. Rios, what are your thoughts on CJ Stroud playing his Celebrity All-Star game?
Kid's a baller, man. I'm kind of excited for him. People are worried about the injury. Like it's an exhibition game. He's not going to get hurt.
I know,
They're
right?
not going to play that hard. It's good exposure for him. And like I said, the kid's a baller. Like I've seen the highlights of him, playing basketball. Like, dude's an athlete, man. So I'm happy for him. Like getting that recognition. He's, because he had one primetime game the entire year, and so it's a chance for a lot of people to see, a little bit more of him. So I'm happy for the kid.
I always look forward to that, seeing which celebrities can play different sports, because chances are a lot of them played multiple sports when they were younger and stuff. But I saw all the list of the names, and CJ Stroud was like one of the only names I really noticed. I guess I'm old.
If you guys don't know who T-Jazz is, Tristan Jazz, he's like one of those guys. He's the guy who's like so famous on YouTube for his crazy layups. He's in the Celebrity All-Star game as well.
Wow.
So, yeah. Hey, Logan,
Yeah, I
how's it
did
going?
see
Thanks
him.
for stopping by.
Now I know where I saw that guy's face. I saw that
Watch
guy
it.
and I thought I've seen that guy somewhere. The guy you just mentioned, and I was like, I've seen him somewhere on videos or
Oh,
something.
T-Jazz? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
now
like, yep.
okay.
He's in it. Yep.
Oh, God.
Drake can play golf or baseball.
He already has the weapon for it. Thanks for setting that one up for me, Ronnie.
And Chad has a question. Where's Blaze Bob SquarePants?
He was last night. He's not here today.
No. I want him today. Or
No.
this weekend.
What?
No.
Or this weekend. Or tomorrow. But
No.
yeah. For me, that Bulls game, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I'm keeping it about. Kobe White is on fire. Blaze and I were talking about that earlier.
He could
How
be a
Kobe
budding
White's becoming a
superstar,
true
man.
star.
Dude looks like he's the real deal, man. Looks like the real deal. I like it.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
him yesterday on the Around the Valley podcast, and Michael, he's a Chicago fan. I kept saying I feel like the team needs to build around Kobe White. He's a real superstar, and YTC and TRL started laughing at him, and I was like, nah, you guys need to go back and start looking at some of the tape and the numbers the guy's been putting up. He's been playing pretty damn good, and that's what a place to start. Having your future point guard, and then to build around. So it's I like the idea. The kid's on fire. He's playing real good.
Speaking of the Bulls, when I was watching NBA Today, they talked a little bit about speculation and trades, and the one thing they were talking about was the Sixers dealing with the Bulls. The one person said DeRozan, the other one kind of dismantled that idea, but the other name was Drummond, and I'm glad to hear that that would be a great pickup. And the names they were talking about moving was Morris and Covington, and possibly one of the 4 first-round picks they have in the next couple of years. So.
Hey, Sixers need to make a move, especially when everyone's injured.
We're not getting Klay Thompson. Give it up, Mitch.
I didn't even say anything.
We talked about it earlier, and as much as I'd love to see him or a Markkanen come over,
I know
don't
we're
see it
not
happening.
getting him. I know that. We're the favorite to get him, though.
Yeah, but
With
no
a
one's getting
favorite.
him. So how do you favorite when nothing's going to happen? You never know. You never know, though. So, you know. And
You
Daniel
gotta
Barry
look
said something
at
about D'Lo staying. Says D'Angelo Russell that he's
Yeah.
been taken off the table apparently for a trade because he's playing good.
he's playing well. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And-
because LeBron threatened to trade him, so of course he is.
Yeah. They said the only
Yeah.
way Clay would get moved is if he goes into the office tomorrow and says, "I'm requesting a trade." That's the only way they're going to move him, and I don't really
No.
see that happening.
Yeah.
Steph
Yeah,
Curry
he-
has to sign off on it.
He's gonna be a warrior for life.
I'm
That's
saying
it.
if he requests it, if he doesn't request one, they're not just going to try to move him without him wanting to go, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't he
I
have
get
an
that.
NMC too, a no movement clause?
I do not know.
I don't
Okay.
think so. But again, he's one of the the key pieces of their dynasty. They're not just gonna trade him to anywhere just because. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly.
got to be mutual on both sides.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No Trey
Yep.
Young either, Chad. No one's talking about Trey Young being traded.
No,
He's one of
Trey
the
Young.
snubs.
This is not Philly halftime.
He's one of the snubs.
Hey, Earl,
gonna
we're going to
talk
talk about
about
All-Star
snub.
subs in a minute. Yep, the
What's up, Earl?
T-Wolves got their backup. Got their backup point guard, and I'm upset for Jake Milton. Please, free my man, Jake Milton.
That's what we were talking about earlier too, Mitch, is injuries are going to happen, and these are professional athletes, so it's about next man up. You never know when one of these next man up is going to end up being a star because they finally got their opportunity. And, as much as injuries suck, and there's so many of them, hey, second stringers, third stringers, now your time. If you get that opportunity, make the most of it. And that's exciting for NBA, if you ask me.
Yep. All channel to like. Appreciate that, Earl. Thank
Hit the
you.
like button on every channel. Thank you, Earl.
Clay, Steph, and Draymond stay together because they know without each other, they have zero range, and LeBron will be there. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. But, yep, appreciate that. So let's talk about the snubs. Trae Young is now in the All-Star game, and same with Scotty Barnes for the Eastern Conference. They're both in it. So, Randy, thoughts on Scotty Barnes making it?
Yeah. Obviously, when it comes to like the votes, it was all based on the fans, and I kept voting as much as I possibly could. Even used my wife's email. She was kind of pissed about that. I forgot to unclick the sending of stuff. So she was like, "Why am I getting NBA stuff?" I'm like, "Cause you voted for Scotty Barnes." Like, shut it. But he never got in, and I obviously understand because it's like it's all about popularity and winning. And right now, the Raptors are not great, and but it's nice to see that that they definitely were keeping their eye on him as a possible reserve because the kid can definitely ball. And now with him getting to sit and mingle with all the other guys and pick their brain, I'm excited to see what he could possibly bring back to the team after the All-Star break. So,
What's up, Chuck?
Yep, Laurie went off. That's basically right. Hey, Football Talk with Bo. How's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. Another member of the
Hello, Bo.
Hardcore Sports Network. Shout out to you. So,
yes, we are, Daniel.
Where's the snub list, Mitch?
it's in the group chat. I know. I'll get there.
man.
I'll get there.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm jumping. I was like, you
No,
mentioned
I'm
it. You
just
never
talking
showed the
about-
graphic.
I just have one question, though.
What?
Trae Young, right? He shouldn't have got subbed in the first place. Let's keep it
Exactly.
out of the book.
Yep.
I'm just
not
going
a
to
big.
issue
Yeah.
that.
You're right. I'm not a big Trae Young fan, but with the numbers he had, he should have been in there somehow. But who do you take out? There's so many. That's like making our picks last week for reserves was so tough because someone's gonna get left out.
Yeah.
And it was Trae Young.
And then
I
he's really
wonder-
letting the NBA know now with how he's playing after he got snubbed.
Yeah, I'd like to look at the list that I found last week and see if it was the fan votes or the media votes that kind of kept him out. That'd be
I
interesting.
think it was the fan votes that kept him
Probably.
out. Because I remember what's his name, Ernie, when he was going off who was voted in based off of X, Y, and Z, when it was like the fans versus like the media vote versus.
Yep. So here are all the snubs except for Trae Young and Barnes. They're now in. So the one that, I mean, obviously Sabonis.
James Garbage is in there. Sorry,
Well, yeah.
James Garbage.
I mean, where's Tobias? Is he going to yell, "Why did I get snubbed?"
I don't
But,
know. Maybe he'll show up. I'm not sure.
I'm just sad for Laurie Markkinen, man. Are
Yep.
you kidding me?
That's a big one.
That's a big
crushing it.
one.
He's crushing it.
And then Rios' boy Sengun. Sengun didn't make it.
Yeah, he
your
deserved it too, big time.
your favorite player, Rios, Victor Wembanyama. He did not make it.
Of course not. Doesn't deserve to be there.
He'll be in the like I said, all those first and second year guys will be in that rookie game, that rising star game.
Yeah, the Rising Stars.
Yeah,
But
I can't wait.
like Markkanen, who do you take out? Paul George is playing good. Kawhi's playing great. Maybe Karl Anthony Towns. That's the only three that I would even consider taking out for Markkanen. And that's tough. And all three are playing well.
Everyone's playing well.
Cat. I would have got Markkanen over Cat big time this year.
Yeah, same.
Oh yeah, I would too. 1,000%. 1,000%. And then Derek White.
De'Aaron Fox, baby, he got snubbed. But who do you take out once again?
It's just there's so many guards in the West. It's hard. It's tough.
Yeah, and as I was telling Mitch too, they replaced Randall and Embiid in the East for another guard, Trae Young. I was like, more guards. Let's have more guards. But it happens. I mean, it's an exhibition game. There's really no requirement of how many position players you got to have.
Yeah, it's the bench. So Derek White killed, really. Sabonis over Cat. Yep. And then you got Chad here. Rio, Sunday I went to the sports card show. I bought a glass painted display case of your boy CJ Stroud with the patch card, including of $200 for 200.
Boom.
That's actually
There you go.
We should have a consolation game with these five versus the 5 versus 5 right there. Snub game.
Yeah, but now it's only 3.
Yeah, true. I'm sure you can find 2 more.
Okay, let me guess. Tobias Harris, you put him in there, right?
He would
And,
probably put him in there.
Yeah, I think Tobias will put himself in there. And I would say Evan Mobley, but Jared Allen, he didn't make it either. And guys, look who's back.
Hey!
Come on, coach.
Coach.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Doing good, but how you doing? You're back.
I'm fabulous. I'm home. That's all I care about. I'm home. Finally.
Sweet home. Nice.
2 months. I feel like I'm out of prison now. So. No, but I'm good. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support, everyone. So
yeah, always.
But let's get to it. Let's talk ball. Let's
go. Man. Let's talk some ball. So I want to ask you, Coach, how did you feel about your Knicks right now, man? Your Knicks are what? They're 11-1 right now in the last 12 games.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not. I'm even more happy where this team is playing even without a lot of key players. So, you got guys, who are stepping up. I mean, Miles McBride, I mean, he comes in, you feel confident when he's in, you're not worrying about it. Plus he plays great defense. I mean, Achua now is replacing Randall. I mean, it's just a good thing. Even I have to give props to Tibbs. I mean, he's definitely coaching his team the right way. They're built around the way he wants to play. So, kudos to them. And let's see, I was riding home and I saw, an article about, them trading for what's his name in Atlanta. So in Murray. And, and I was also watching a video. Yeah. And they broke down, if you do the starting lineup, you would have, Brunson, Murray, OG, Randall, and then, at one point they put down Hartenstein, but, Mitchell, if he comes back, and then you think about it, and it's like it has a good balance of offense and defense there. I mean, even if teams double team Brunson, you have Murray who could still handle the rock. And then, you have Julius. So now it really spaces out your offense. And then again, defensively, second unit, you're confident, like I said, with Miles, with DiVincenzo, the way he's been playing. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue pulling him out of the starting lineup. But if you get Murray, he's a key component that, everybody's talking about losing quickly with his offense. Well, there you go. DiVincenzo is lighting it up. I think he's averaging 29 over the past 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
It's like, like I said, Prince, Achua, you still have Hartenstein. So it's like you look at it and I go, we were deeper than I really thought. And people, there's some Knicks fans who are talking about Jacob Jacob Toppin. They're even saying that he's better than Obi, and I'm like, well, I've never seen him play, so so I'm like, well, we'll see. But again, overall, I'm happy about the way the Knicks are going. I mean, they're third or fourth in the East right now.
Mhm.
Well, no, I think they might be third because Milwaukee lost last night and they won, so I think they might be third.
I know he played in Rhode Island too, but where else did Jacob Toppin play? I don't know. Where could he be?
He's from the Bronx.
I wonder.
He played in the Bronx. That's where he's from. No, I got you.
Speaking of the Knicks, real quick, just to piggyback on what you said, this isn't a direct comparison, but this is kind of like night and day when it comes to how these teams are reacting. It does show how deep the Knicks really are, and that's really good going forward because look at the Sixers losing Embiid, Maxey off and on, and they're kind of falling apart. Not having Randall, OG and the Knicks are staying right where they are, if not people stepping up. And I just said earlier before you got on, Coach, injuries are going to happen. It's everywhere, but these are professionals. It's all about next man up and the opportunity for someone from a bench or something else to really have some shine. And the Knicks are doing it good. My Sixers, not so much. So it's kind of weird, that type of comparison right now. You see all these teams trying to deal, and look at Memphis trying to deal with all their injuries. I mean, it's insane right now.
Well, I mean,
You
the
guys
Knicks
are
almost
tied, Coach.
lost.
You guys are tied. You and the Bucks are 33 and 18 exact.
Okay, and Cleveland, I think, is what, a half a game up over the Knicks in Milwaukee.
They're 32 and 16. So yeah, you guys are 5.5 back.
They're
and
half a
they're
game.
five.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, and when you think about that, I mean, listen to that. The Knicks are 5.5 behind Boston. Everyone thought Boston would be far and away with Boston and Milwaukee and then possibly Philadelphia at the start of the season. The Knicks were, somewhere in the play-in to the 4 seed, but now the Knicks are fighting for the number 2 seed. And like you just said, even with missing key guys, so it's as a Knicks fan, yeah, I have to feel good. I really do. I'm sorry, NYG. I know you were killing me last night about the Knicks fans and delusional about fighting for playing for the NBA championship, but that's a reality. Now, look, I'm not going too crazy with it, but I mean, it's something that I had to say. It is there. It is attainable if they really work at it, but still got to respect the other teams that are there. So,
hey, we'll see Jacob Toppin at All-Star Weekend too.
Yeah, he's in the dunk contest.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, you got a lot of guys who are in the G League going up against whatchamacallit with the Celtics. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, it's like, really?
That was kind of a surprise, Jaylen Brown. Me and Mitch were talking about that. I'm like, I can name like 10 other people I'd rather. It's not that he can't. Maybe he can do some crazy shit we don't know about. I'm hoping. I watch Team Flight Brothers all the time, and I want them to start doing some Team Flight Brothers type shit in this dunk competition.
You know why, though? You know why? Because he's the highest paid player in NBA history.
Who?
So they're like, here's the highest paid player. You're in the dunk contest.
I'm the highest paid player. I need double money. I'm the best in the world, bitches.
I seen a lot of Jaime Jaquez Jr.'s tape when he was coming out of college. The guy can dunk, so I'm excited.
Yeah,
to see
that guy can fly. That guy can jump.
Yeah,
that
he
guy
can dunk.
can jump.
So that's going to be interesting.
So I was going to bring this up later in the show, but Coach, I'm just going to start off with you. Give me your mid-season grade because next week is the All-Star game. Give me your mid-season grade in the Knicks. And then we'll do that for each team. So each one of our teams.
Right now, based on with the injuries and how they're still competing, and I have to give them a minus. I'll give them an A-.
That is fair. I really like that. I would have given him an A, honestly. I don't think not about an A plus or not A minus. I would have given him an A.
Well,
So-
I
give
mean,
me an A.
even like with last night. I mean, when they just played Memphis. I mean, you're up 29. Even with the Lakers game, this is why it's like, okay, you need the extra scorers because the Lakers, what did they do? They double teamed Brunson and took him out of the game. Yep. And I know Devo was, lighting it up, but he didn't close it out. That was his opportunity. And then Memphis almost did the same exact thing. and when Brunson went down with his injury, but that's when Devo stepped up and helped close out the game. But that's why, to me, it's like, okay, when I see little things like that, and you look at the whole spectrum of the season, if it wasn't for the OG trade, they probably would be about a B- to a B, because they were fine, they were good, but that OG trade changed the whole dynamics of the Knicks. So, and that's why you push them up to. For me, I push them up into an A. What's up, my brother NYG?
You better not trade me. Don't trade me. I'm the best. Is it just me, or is he starting to sound like Dave Chappelle playing Rick James anymore?
I'll take him on the Knicks. I'll take him on the Knicks.
There you go. NYG,
Well,
good to see you, bro.
I just have to say this to NYG. Ben Simmons said that he wants to start, then come off the bench. He says he has some value.
Well, we had a very, very intense discussion about that last night, because he doesn't want Simmons, and I said there were a lot of Nets fans that wanted to get rid of Harden, so they took anything, and he's like, nah. He was realistically, I get what he's saying. He didn't come out and say it, but like I said to him, I said, you're saying you would have rather James Harden over Ben Simmons, basically.
Yeah. Is there any team out there that wants Ben Simmons? I wish they just release him and see if any team would pick him up. Like, would he go all the way through all the teams and no one would pick him up or not? I don't know.
Nobody would.
I don't think so.
Player.
I don't think so. Either.
He plays the game a year.
He's a Jamarcus Russell of the NBA.
Look, you send him to Australia. You send him to Australia, the Australian League, and watch him dominate.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with Korkmaz. In his country, he's great, and here he's terrible.
He's like, Ben Simmons can go. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
You play with Dwight Howard.
Send him to Taiwan with Dwight Howard.
Yeah. Dwight's been trying to recruit people. There you go.
I mean, Dwight Howard won a 3-point contest over there.
What's up, TRL? Damn, I didn't even see you sneak in there. What's up,
hey,
bro?
there he is.
Yeah, what is up, man?
Finally got time to come on here. So yeah.
That
was a nice little dunk over Giannis that your boy did last night. Yeah. I have to admit, that was nice.
That was crazy.
So, TRL, we're in the middle of grading our teams for the mid-season. So, what grade do you give the Suns?
They're kind of a confusing team as of right now. I mean, they have, certain games where they dominate like they're supposed to, and then there's games where they struggle. Like even last night too, like we continue our fourth quarter issues. I think there was like 3 minutes left. We were up by 16 and we only ended up winning by 8. So closing out games is still an issue for the Suns, but I get, Milwaukee they had some guys out, but we still were able to manage the game well. So as of right now, I'd give us a B- just because this team, they're still trying to figure things out a little bit. As of right now, we're trying to trade some of our role players in the trade deadline and the rest of the second round picks that we have left. I don't think it'll be enough to get Miles Bridges like people are saying, but they're saying it could be enough for a Kelly Olynyk, maybe a guy that can come off the bench and make a few shots here and there for us because our bench just kind of struggled a little bit. But as of right now, I'll say a B-.
Hey, you got to be happy you got your big three finally playing. But I know beginning of the year was like you never had a game with all three, and to finally see those guys work together once they start to click. I love your Suns team. I really do. They're one of my favorite teams in the West.
Yep. Bradley Beal is since he went back to Washington, he's been looking like he looked when he was there. So I guess that's all it took for him.
I picked him up in fantasy.
Shut up. You suck in fantasy. Moving on.
Okay. So, Blaze, what grade do you give our Sixers?
Oh, it's got to change now. I mean, and it's things that were uncontrollable. I mean,
It's
the
uncontrollable.
injuries.
So that's why I'm actually kind of interested.
It's tough because you didn't have Oubre for a while, and then now the Embiid stuff. Maxi's sick. Some of those pieces that came over from the Harden trade were playing well now are off and on as well. So, I mean, you get to see people like Trequavion and Council come up and do well. So we got some people in the quote unquote farm system. It's good. Like, just like I said, next man up. But I mean, it would have been a solid B or B plus earlier in the season when they were on a roll. But right now it has to drop to a C. It's just a what if. It's right in the middle because they could fall off and be like I talked last night. they could be a play-in team if they keep going at this rate. But I'm positive because Maxi's just sick. He'll be back. Embiid can come back, and if we get all the pieces, we saw what they were doing, but they got to get all the pieces back and healthy. And who knows if that's going to happen? So I say C right now.
All right. I'm actually curious what Rios has to give the Rockets.
Man, they've against a young team, so they're going to be inconsistent. But considering where they were a year ago, last year they won like 21 games. They've already passed that total at the All-Star break, so can't complain too much. I think having Van Fleet down is definitely going to hurt because they haven't announced how long he's gone for. With those abductor strains, it could be a couple games, couple weeks, couple months. They haven't said what grade strain it is yet. So. But other than that, I mean, it's a young team. They're exciting to watch finally. They're winning games. They're only 2 games out of the play-in. So I'm going to give them a B+.
I like that. I was going to say an A-, but I'll give you a B+ for that.
Definitely overachieving at this point. I love, and the fact that you said youth, you got a lot of youth, young team, man. So you got a lot of going forward to.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chad says that you're the fantasy baseball champion now. Since
We're
when?
not talking about fancy. Moving on. Although my team's in first place, but that's not the point.
I've been checking the game behind, but that's it. So, Randy, what grade do you give your Raptors with the trade too?
Well, Quigley and Barrett have been injured the past about a week and a half. They Quigley just came back, and Barrett's been playing sporadic. They're kind of like working them back in. So I would say I'm going to give us a C, maybe a C-, just because at times during the season it looks like Scotty Barnes has been disinterested. When we went to double overtime versus the Oklahoma City or the Thunder, he airballed a shot and then literally didn't even turn around to run back, and like that ended up being the basket that ended up winning the game more or less. So he kind of like at times is checked in and then checked out. I don't know if that's because of Darko's coaching habits, but we're 17-33. We're 3 games out of a play-in at 10. But I mean, like again, what would that bring if we went to the play-in and then got ousted in the first round embarrassingly? So right now I'm going to say C, maybe C-.
So for the Sixers, it's kind of tough with all these injuries and players getting sick and stuff like that. So it is kind of tough. So I agree with Blaze on that. We were just on a high right now. Like in the beginning of the year, Embiid broke that record with 30 plus points in a streak. Maxey was playing unbelievable. All-Star deserved everything. So Tobias has been stepping up as of late. He was doing good. So,
I bet your ass I have, man. You better put some respect on my name, Mitch the bitch.
All right, so Tobias gets
you
an F for
brought him
that.
up, so.
So for that, he gets an F. But anyways, I'll give the Sixers a C+. I'll give them a C+ right there. Once we get all of our players back, I feel like we'll be good. And apparently the Sixers are rumored to be making 1 to 3 trades by the deadline. So
Just
Hey, MAYG.
just give us McHale back. Just give us
There
McHale.
you go.
Just give us McHale. All right.
Blaze, you want to answer Earl's question? for
Earl
you?
asks the same question every week. Yes and no. There's your answer.
It starts sweet.
But there's there's a ton of teams that make it, so everyone still has an opportunity. There's a whole half of a season to go. No team is done. No teams are tanking. No teams need to give up. There's a lot of time for even the worst teams to make a run and some of the best teams to fall off.
Except the Spurs. They have no chance.
Well, that's the exception to the rule.
And the Pistons.
Look, I said to NYG last night in reference to the Nets. I mean, they're 2 games behind the play-in right now, and that's an opportunity. And we have to wait until the trade deadline to see, because if Atlanta trades out some of their key players, that changes the whole dynamic. So the Nets, I mean, for as much as he hates what he sees with them, and I understand, they have an opportunity, and I think if they have an opportunity for the play-in, they can make it.
Not a
Hey,
chance,
He wants
NYG.
the
Not a
picks
chance.
back.
Mikel can go. Look, I said last night. Look, the Knicks.
Take him
There
back.
was an article where the Knicks would trade. They would trade Grimes. They would trade Evan Fournier, and they would give him 5 first-round draft picks. And he was like, "No."
Yeah, the Nets turned that down. They turned everything down.
5
but-
first round picks. Wow.
Yeah, some of
They
them. Some
turned
of
out
them are the-
4. They turned
Yeah,
out
most
4
of them
last
are
year for the
projected now.
Grizzlies.
Protected
So-
because
Yeah, some of those are
protected. Right?
protected. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Houston
like
offered.
two-
Yeah, Houston offered them 4 first rounders. They said no for Bridges. I'm like, what?
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So with Embiid going to be out for a significant amount of time, he's not going to win MVP, unfortunately. So who do you guys think is going to be MVP? We're going to start with Randy here. Who do
I
you
got
think?
my Canadian boy SGA. I'm rolling with him.
That was my pick. That was going to be my pick. So yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Coach, who do you think will be MVP since Embiid cannot?
He's third round.
If I'm
Available.
going to be honest,
Jalen
it's
Brunson.
probably even though my heart will
Yeah.
say that, my heart will say that, but the
up there.
reality is going to be probably Jokic. And right now, I'm going to go with Jokic.
That's fair.
I can't. Yeah, because it's part of me is wanting to say Giannis, but I'm like, with what's going on with Doc Rivers over there, and do they continue to spiral? It might hurt him. But I mean, last night the way he was playing, I mean, that dude is hard to defend.
Yeah.
He is.
Love his
I
game.
mean, 2 damn steps from literally from the top of the free throw key, and he's literally, man, it's like how, and then he gets fouled. It's like, but you know, I gotta go Jokic.
You notice like his arms after a game and stuff. He's got like he's been hit, he's been doused, and
Scratched,
everything.
yep.
It's scratched, and like it's like he takes a beating, and it doesn't bother him
Mhm.
at all.
But I mean, I'm gonna go Jokic. I mean, Jokic just he's incredible, man. He really is. You know, and you look at him, and you're like, how is he a basketball player? Sometimes he's not over
Right.
athletic, but the way he does things and his arms and his passing and his shooting and even the defense, drop the.
People call me Blaze with the D. That's a setup. People call me
Yo,
by my channel name.
Blaze, it's not that. I just saw
Yeah.
drop the D.
Drop
and
the
I'm
D.
like, yo, boy, yo,
Why do it?
Yo, like, yo.
It's not D for Drake either. Don't go there.
Have a D for Draymond Green.
Oh,
Mm.
boy.
All right, that's my MVP. I'm saying with Jokic. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
All right, TRL. Let me guess. Kevin Durant.
I want to say,
DeAndre,
I want to say Booker.
Booker.
He's probably gonna. If I had to guess, I'm pretty sure he's already missed more games that are required. So I think he's out already. But I'll give you my top 3 candidates. I'll go Joker first, SGA second, and Giannis third.
I forgot
Okay,
about SGA.
all right.
I did forget about SGA.
Blaze. Who you got?
So before I
That was my
make a
pick,
guess, I have the odds as of 2 days ago, the MVP odds for the NBA. This is averaged between DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, Caesars, and Bet365. So they've averaged
Okay.
it all out. Starting from the top, the heavy favorite is Jokic, then SGA, then Giannis, then Luka, then Jalen Brunson, then Tatum, Kawhi, then Durant and Booker, and then De'Aaron Fox. But it's tough. Right now, at the pace they're going, I would have those 3 up top, Jokic, SGA, and Giannis. Giannis and Jokic, they've been at the top. I would love to see SGA keep doing what he's doing.
That's
and grab
fair.
an MVP
That's fair.
this year. I would really love that kid. It has nothing to do with the fact he went to Kentucky. It's all about the fact that what he's doing
Nothing
on
at
the,
all.
That is the main.
on the
Blaze. That
floor
is the main reason.
consistently. We've seen Giannis do it. We've seen Jokic do it. I mean, this is someone who
wasn't when he came out. He wasn't. Oh, this is a superstar. That's going to be MVP
Wait,
quality.
he came out. Pause. He came out. Pause.
And what's the matter if he came out?
Yeah, what's wrong
Nothing. I'm
with
just
that?
saying.
Yeah, Mitch.
So
Hey,
I see what you did, Coach. That was-
hey,
that was-
Mitch. Hey, Mitch.
I think also if the
We
Knicks
stop.
make a run and they end up 1 or 2 or 3 at the end of the thing, and Brunson continues at this pace, he has to be considered. He will get votes, but I'm gonna go SGA. I want to see that.
I will
Yep.
say this. I will say this, Blaze. If for Brunson to be seriously, he really has to push the 30 numbers.
Yep.
In terms of scoring, he really has to light it up, to get there. Because everyone does look down. I mean, even the referees. You watch the way he plays, and it's like, why is he not getting a foul call sometimes? And and I get it. His footwork. He's a little stocky. Some might think it's not a foul. I get it, but and there's some I'm like, yo, bro, that's not a foul. And then there's a lot I'm like, yo, that's a foul. But
With the way players are scoring this year, and it's through the roof, it's almost like a requirement. You better be 30 plus if you want to be MVP.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I love
He's
it. I love
averaging
the scoring.
27, coach, so he's not far off.
Mhm.
He's not
Yeah,
far off.
I agree. And this trade situation, what does it do? I mean, how does it help?
Nope. Nope.
Does it hurt? So I mean, and then getting Julius back. I mean, that's going to be key. Another Kentucky boy, and Blaze, give me 2 years. Just give me 2 years, and you and I are going to be talking a different ball game.
I got you.
All right. Rio, who's your MVP right now?
Webinyama. Oh, did he say Webinyama? Okay.
I'd rather-
I could leave.
I'd rather gargle acid. No. Nah, man, I gotta go with Joker. Like, just look at the guy. He doesn't look like a basketball player. He's built like a plumber, but he'll drop 30 on your favorite team. Like, it's crazy.
Consistent.
Not
just-
on mine. Embiid locked him down. Not on
30
mine.
point
Embiid
triple.
locked him down.
30-point triple double at that too. Like,
Yeah.
just do something else.
Yeah. I really like Luca. I would love him to get it because he's been consistently in that conversation year after year after year after year. But with Jokic there and then Embiid being back and stuff, it's got to be tough for Luca. No. Embiid would have won if healthy. Jokic should, oh my God, Joker should win. Giannis and SGA, then Brunson. Okay. And then Ben Simmons, right? You throw Ben Simmons in there.
Joker's just crazy consistent, man. It's like, when have we talked about over the last few years that he was doing like a stretch of him playing real bad? I don't remember.
Never.
Yeah.
Consistency's crazy.
As long as
Yeah.
it's Luka, I'm good.
Yeah.
When I was at the game against the Mavs, Luca had a terrible game. He had a terrible game. Then the next night, he dropped like a 35-point damn near triple-double.
With them ridiculous
Like-
shoes.
One thing, NYG, bro, I love you, but damn, y'all let Kyrie get an alley-oop slam last night?
I was
Kyrie,
watching it. I was watching it. I was like,
Hey, he still
damn.
got some ups.
You're going to go
No,
James Harden?
James Harden.
I guess it's easier
Hey.
to get them alley oops when the earth's flat. You know, you
Good
just,
one. That's a good one.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. So, hypothetically speaking, do you see like a player getting traded? Like, is there like a dark horse of a player getting traded? Because for me, honestly, I could not really a dark horse, but Bruce Brown, I could see him getting traded again. I don't know to where, but
his name's
No,
been
it's-
around.
they-
Murray's
so,
been in a
um,
lot of teams in that
Wait
too,
a minute, I
man.
just saw an article. I think somebody is willing to give up a first round straight up for him.
Yeah, they just didn't say who. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
almost
they
like
say-
tomorrow, who's going to overpay for somebody? Because it feels like that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
we're going live
Right-
tomorrow
right
at
now,
1
it-
Eastern.
It's Brown and it's Murray to me that are the two that I expect. I put a high percentage on them being traded. And when I saw high percentage, I'm putting about 85%.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently, DeJounte Murray is not going to be able to play tonight.
Really?
Same with
Because he's
DeJounte
traded?
Murray. Same with Daniel House Jr. Same with Marcus Morris. I think the Sixers are getting DeJounte Murray.
You
but
hope.
I hope, but I don't know.
I hope the
He's
Lakers
a,
his ass.
Huh?
I said I hope the Lakers overpay for him.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go.
right.
Well,
Yeah, but
no-
here-
Go ahead, Mitch. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing with the Lakers, right? They overvalue Austin Reeves. They want an all-star for him. I'm like, what? No.
I don't think they should get rid of him. I don't think they should. I think he's valuable
But
for them.
who-
Maybe not that valuable, but
Yeah,
he's a great piece to the. He's a great piece to the puzzle.
But would
Yeah.
he fit somewhere else? Honestly,
Yeah. Who knows?
Probably not.
I,
I
on,
don't
on a contender, I can't
Probably
see
the
him.
Spurs. Probably the Spurs.
We'll take
Spurs,
anybody.
Pistons. Oh, I will say this for the Knicks. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV. He's pushing hard for Alec Burks. He figures Alec Burks
That's another name. Yes,
would
that's
be
another name
the
I've been hearing.
perfect fit for the Knicks more than anyone else because he knows the system. He's been there, and he could come off the bench easily. So, and I said, okay, that's one I'm intrigued. And he put it. He said him, Bruce Brown, and what's his name at Utah, Clarkson. And
Clarkson.
I think whatchamacallit is off the board from Portland, Brogdon. Someone said
Yeah.
he's completely off the board.
Yeah, Brogdon. Yeah, he's completely off the board now.
That's who I really wanted for the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
When
wasn't
the
a Lakers
Lakers
too,
mess
but
up, Taylor. Yep.
Yeah.
I love more with the Clippers. So,
Marcus Smart. He's being
Marcus
shot
Smart,
already.
he's not getting traded. I don't think he's
Yeah.
getting traded. With everything going on with Memphis right now,
Isn't
everyone's
he?
getting. I think he's staying. Like, I think he's on the untouchable list, honestly. Unless you're gonna
Memphis,
give him, like,
to be
3
honest
players.
with you. Well, I mean, I don't know how strong this draft is, but they're positioned well because they're going to get a high draft pick, and you're going to get next year a lot of the guys who are injured back, and it's just going to make them strong. Now, I will say, trading Steven Adams, I wonder about that. Is it that he's just too shot and they just are giving up on him, or because he was a key contributor for them at the start of the season?
wasn't
Or
he injured?
Last year. I mean, last year. Yeah, he was injured.
He's
They
injured.
traded him.
So
Yeah.
I thought you couldn't trade someone when they're injured.
Yes, you can. You can trade someone if the other team accepts them. That's in
Yeah.
all sports. Now look, if you want to, what is it with a car? Buyer beware. If you know a car has a bad motor and you say I'm still going to buy it, then that's on
it's
you.
on you. Yeah.
So now, and that's what it really boils down to. Most teams, we all know, most teams, if they go through the injury reports, the doctors check them out, and they say, "Oh, okay, this is what's wrong." No, we're gonna cancel it. But
Yeah.
you can trade somebody if they're injured.
Couple other names that I've heard floating around real quick. PJ Washington. I've heard his name in a lot of trade talks. Kuzma,
Charlotte.
Dorian Finney-Smith. Those are a couple names that I've heard multiple times in a lot of trade talk. Once again, not like superstars. I don't think we see. I don't know, but it seems like there's going to be a lot of these pieces to the puzzle type trades tomorrow.
Yeah.
all right, so
NYG is ready to get rid of everybody on the Nets, including the coach. So
Hey, we'll take Mikal Bridges back.
no, I'll take
nah, you can send him to New York, and you can send him to the Knicks. Complete the
That's my
puzzle.
prediction.
I
In like a
know,
couple
I
years.
know.
We'll take Claxton. We'll take Claxton, please.
y'all give up on. Y'all give up on it. That's not your player, Mitch. Come on now.
Good
Hey,
point.
he was
That's
on
a
our
good
team
point.
for 12. He was on our team for 12 seconds.
If the
That-
Nets only want 2 firsts for him, come on, man.
Hey,
Come on.
wait. So, Tira, were you just saying something?
Yeah, so I was saying, as far as my team per Suns insiders, the Suns' top 3 players that they're trying to get right now are in order: Miles Bridges, Andre Drummond, and Kelly Olynyk as of right now.
I forgot about Miles Bridges. Yeah.
So basically, they want a guy that can play in their 8 to 9 man playoff rotation, assuming we finish the season strong and get a good seeding. So basically, their current offer for Miles Bridges, and by the way, before I tell you it, I don't think it's going to be enough. It's Josh Okogie, Nasir Little, and 2 second-round picks. So that was their current offer for Miles Bridges. I don't think it's enough, so I I would love Andre Drummond, depending on the asking price, because we still need rebounding on this team. So I would not mind Andre Drummond at all. And Kelly Olynyk, we still need a shooter off the bench, aside from Bobo occasionally. So I'll take all three of those guys as one of those three.
Yeah, Drummond and Olynyk will be battling. Sixers and Suns both could use those pieces. Very important. Yeah, that's good points.
And as for Raptors news, I'm just reading now. It says Raptors and Knicks disagree on a first round picks for Bruce Brown and trade talks. Toronto Raptors don't want any more 2024 first round picks. At this point, they have 3 picks in the top 31, and they're looking for older, like more picks down the road. So.
But look, the Knicks, we still have it. We still have them. You could do it.
Is McHale that bad?
No, the Nets are.
The Nets, yeah.
How about you?
Here's the thing. We talked about it last night. NYG really, because he says the Nets are in a quandary. Either because you don't know what they're doing. Are they really trying to push for the playoffs, or is it a total rebuild? And the problem, like I told him if you strip it down, unless you're getting first round picks from somewhere else, you don't have anything right now because your picks go to Houston. So if you're tanking, you're setting up Houston basically. So
yeah,
to me, it's you play for the playoffs.
Please keep tanking. Just keep losing.
Ow! I was like, Blake, are you okay there?
Not a fan of that T word.
Yeah,
but I get where you're coming from, Coach. I know where you're coming from.
I don't believe in it either.
You're not a fan of the word that rhymes with bank?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think teams could kind of give up on trying to improve,
win.
but they're no professional teams. No professional teams are tanking. That's
so. Rios, you want your team to tank?
No, he wants the Nets to tank.
No. Read That's My Sports comment. As a Houston fan.
He wants the Nets to tank.
Yeah, another player I've been hearing is Buddy Hield. Like that name has been around for so many years during the trade deadline
every year.
Off season. It's like
year after year.
Don't shake the tree, Indy. You got a good thing going over there, man. Why shake the tree, man? Right? It's just like.
That's my dark horse for the East. That's my dark horse for the East.
Halliburton, the one thing I love about him now even more is it's not even his skill set. It's the attitude. I love it. He's taking it and talking to whoever, and he's not backing down. He don't care. And I love players like that because they're dogs.
Yeah, playing like a 10-year veteran when he's only been around for a few years.
Okay, he's just saying they're just butt cheeks. Okay.
apparently he went to the head office and said he wanted Pascal. Like he really wanted to play with Pascal. So he was the key cog in that trade apparently. So.
And what does that say about Obi Toppin?
Yeah.
So.
Hey. I loved Obi Toppin. I just knew he would get traded. I didn't think to the Pacers though.
And you bring in Pascal Siakam to take his spot anyway. So it's like I'm sorry, Obi, bro. We loved you in New York, but your
the Raptors didn't even want him included in the trade either. So they rather Jordan Nwora. So. That kid, he's come out of nowhere. That kid can shoot the three. Like, I don't know if the Raptors scouted and were like, this kid could be the hidden gem in that trade. Because, like, a lot of Raptors fans were confused. Like, well, who's this Jordan Nwora kid? We barely even heard of him. But the Raptors have been forced to play him. And, he's 3 of 4, 4 of 4, 5 of 8. Like, he can stroke it from 3. So it's nice that they're addressing needs that most of us don't really notice or see. So
Jordan Poole can stroke it, too.
I'd be stroking.
Hardest worker in the locker room.
Yeah. Jordan Poole versus Drake in a special matchup this weekend.
I expect the Raptors to make a couple moves because a lot of teams are either interested in Dennis Schroeder or they're interested in either
Greedy Dick
or Bruce Brown. And then
not Greedy Dick.
No one wants his dick.
No. No one
Mm.
wants it.
I've seen
Alright.
enough dick for the last couple days. No more dick.
All right, Jalen Brunson is questionable with a right ankle sprain
5-5.
for the Mavs. Quentin Grimes and OG are both out.
Ooh,
Who are you guys again?
Ooh.
The Mavericks.
Mav.
They're coming to
Your
town.
new
It's on-
favorite team, Mitch.
It's on
there you
TNT.
go.
It's actually on TNT, so you know it's going to be talked up. So, if Brunson don't play, then it's going to be an ugly battle, or it's going to be an ugly talking about. Because if Shaq is on there and if Kenny is on there, I can already hear them tearing them up. Even Candace Parker. Oh, and by the way, shout out to all the ladies in the WNBA that are making their moves, getting traded. My girl, Skylar Diggins, I love you. I wanted you in New York, but hey, you in Seattle, I still love you. I still love you. So had to put that out there. Sorry.
I love
And
you,
Candace
Tyler.
Parker read up with the Aces
Yeah.
too.
Candace Parker, Kalia Copper being traded from Chicago to go to Phoenix to play with Diana Taurasi and Brittany Grimes. I'm like, yo, that's a. If you don't watch the W, y'all.
I can't
need to
wait for the ladies of the March Madness. I cannot wait. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it's gonna be fun.
Mhm. And
You
then
and
you
Coach
go-
should live stream those games. That'd be
Mm.
fun. You guys should.
And then you got the draft coming up, man.
I want to see where Caitlin Clark goes. To be honest, I'm really excited.
To be honest
When is
with
the
you,
WNBA draft?
right after literally a week or two, right after the finals are done.
Oh, okay.
It's that fast. So,
That's interesting because with the NBA, it's like a couple months.
yeah. Now WNBA, they don't play around, and you get your draft picks, and then your season starts different from the men anyway. I think it's pretty much over the summer, and this year is going to be more interesting because you also have the Olympics, and with players internationally playing with their Olympics, you have to be in the WNBA in training camp. I think literally 2 weeks after it starts. If you're not there, you're done for the season. You're done because they want players here, and I get it. They don't want players coming from internationally right before the season starts or a month after the season starts. No, they want them in because it makes your product that much more enjoyable. So, and ultimately though, we got to get the fans out there. That's what it boils down to. When the fans get invested and you get your TV money, I mean, these girls are getting $260 million. That's a top player. I mean, come on. And I get where, they say they need to be paid equally. I'm sorry. We can love the NBA, but the women are more fundamentally sound, and I would pay top dollars for sometimes going to them to watch them play. I mean, and it's not a sex thing, so don't anyone come at me like that. They are fundamentally sound in terms of how they play. I mean,
with the basics, like just the basic stuff, they do much better than the men. Because the men, they're more athletic, sure, but like even coaches have said like the most basic plays, most basic things as far as being a basketball player, they can't even do. Like, bro, like, come on.
Exactly. So. But we'll talk more about the WNBA, especially my Liberty, what they're doing, what they're reing up. And I saw a power ranking that had the Liberty at 7. And I'm like, and mind you, there's 12 teams in the league. So you're saying the argument is, yeah, exactly. The argument is the Liberty didn't bring anybody new into their team. They have a lot of the same players. Well, they went to the finals last year. What does that say?
Yeah,
You're good, Wally.
They got the team.
No, I'm just saying you're good, Wally.
Yeah.
You're good.
Hey, bring back the comments. We need a women's team here.
Oh my gosh, I hated. Oh, they killed my Liberty back in the day. Oh my God,
Four in a row. They were just unstoppable.
Cheryl Cooper. Oh my gosh, man, that squad was nasty.
They were fun to watch.
Yeah.
So there's actually one player in the NBA that I could see being moved, and that's Kelly Olynyk. Like his ability to shoot the 3 and space the floor, that will come in handy for any team. Sixers, please. Sixers.
I hope he doesn't get traded now, so I can make fun of you and say, Mitch, you were wrong. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, most of the time I am wrong.
No,
I am wrong
it's
most of the
fine. I know.
time. I'm not like Philly halftime.
It's
I'm
good to be
most of the
wrong.
time
It's good to be wrong because you get surprised.
Yeah, like I was for the WWE SmackDown.
Don't talk about wrestling. I'll get my rants out tomorrow night. I'll have my voice heard tomorrow night. Bet your ass. You'll see a different side of Blaze tomorrow night for the WrestleSense podcast.
I'm ready for that. Can I hop on?
No, it's all about me. I'm a very humble, very generous guy, but for one show, it's got to be me. And these things.
It's
need
all
said
good,
tomorrow
man.
night.
It's all good. It's all good.
You're good.
So, yep, you're good too.
Hey, I know we're going to talk more about All-Star Weekend next weekend, but I did see that for the Celebrity Game and All-Star Saturday, they're going to use that digital court, and I want to see how it looks during a game and during some of the skills competition. Like when someone gets a crazy dunk, if they have fireworks or something on the court, like they can do It's a big TV for those that haven't seen it yet. The floor will be a big TV for. I don't know if they're going to use it for the All-Star Game. I don't think so. I just heard Celebrity Game and All-Star Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Especially for the dunk competition at 3-point. I can just imagine because they can put that 5-point thing as a digital thing where, in different. I just think it's very innovative. I want to see it. I know a lot of people were down on the in-season tournament courts, but I like. I mean, this is exhibition, so why not try something like that out here? I wouldn't want it during a real game; it'd be distracting.
It'd be kind of sick, actually, Blaze, if they replayed the play as. Right after it happened on the floor, so like the players and stuff look down and go, "Yeah, I did that shit."
I've always said that about dunk competitions. I don't think the judges should judge until they see the replay. Because how many times you see a little guy go up or someone do something real quick and you didn't realize he tapped it off the glass, or when he blew out the candle that one time. Once you see the instant replay, the real art of the dunk comes out. So I think they should let them watch the replay first. And that's a great idea, Randy. I'm fired up about the dunk competition, if you can't tell. No matter if there's 2 people in a dunk competition or 20, I'm always hype about it.
The dunk comp is my favorite thing of the weekend. The dunk comp's my thing. I love it. I'm always excited.
Yeah, we're gonna live stream that. I'm gonna probably work on that tomorrow.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Curry versus Sabrina.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I really would.
That's gonna be. Do you think that's gonna be cinema right there? That's gonna be cinema.
You think Curry's in like a lose-lose situation, kind of?
No, I mean to the
casual fans. To a casual fan.
No, I get what you're saying because he's a man in the.
Yeah, he wins, he just beat a girl. He loses, he just lost to a girl. But this is no normal girl. She's lights out.
That's the thing. I mean, don't forget what she did last year in the women's 3-point. No one's ever, men or women. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. She's not just your average 3-point shooter. So she can shoot from
the man's ball too. She's not going to use the women's ball. She's going to use the men's ball.
From what I understand, this became too organically. By him talking about it and her saying, "Hey, I'd play him if they made it happen." And then kudos for the NBA and the WNBA.
It's just a word of mouth. It's just a word of mouth.
I would say closed mouths don't get fed. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Here's I don't know who this guy is. Eddie Presti.
Yeah.
He said, "Would you welcome Kyle Lowry if he is on a buyout market?" And he's talking about to the Knicks. Let me see if
I'll take him.
I would take him
to the Sixers.
I think he's not like starter, all-star, MVP, but he could be a great piece to somebody's puzzle.
But that's the point. No, for the Knicks, it would be coming off the bench.
Yeah.
So with that second unit. So the only concern I would have is that hurts Miles McBride.
True.
Because you're taking away what he's been doing, and Miles to me.
You answered it. They don't need
for me, I was like, no, I said no.
Yeah,
because Miles, first of all, just defensively alone, he cannot play defense like Miles McBride. His on-ball defense, and it's just he's always so close on guys on the basketball handler that it's just and I sometimes say, is he going to foul him? Is he going to foul him? But he's like cat quick with his movement. So for me, no. But hey, y'all Sixers, he's a Philly boy. Y'all can have him.
We'll take him.
Yep.
Same thing. I mean, look what Pat Bev's been doing recently, having more playing time. So, do we really need a Lowry? I mean, if
if Beverly can be consistent,
if it's coming real cheap, I'll take Lowry. I think that's the key. How much is he going to be?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Exactly.
Per Nick's video, OG Ananobi will miss the sixth straight. His injury designation has been changed from right elbow soreness to right elbow bone spur inflammation.
Oh,
Better. I say this for
Mm.
all these injuries right now. It's better happening now than right before the
Then-
postseason.
Then March, April, May.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm glad if there. I just hope when we come to the pre-postseason, right before the postseason, we are not talking about look how many damn injuries there are. So I pray
right.
health of the players because there's so much talent out there this year, and it's so up in the air. I don't want to hear, oh, Jokic and Giannis are out, so there goes those two teams or some shit like that. That would just suck. For
Yep.
there's so much out there.
All right. Let's do. Let's pick the games for tonight, and
Let's
then we
pick the
can
home
wrap
games.
it
You
up.
predicting what I'm picking all the home teams? I might go away this time.
I don't know yet. Warriors at the Sixers.
Shit.
I'm gonna go
Warriors.
Warriors.
It's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
Maxi's playing, from what I heard.
Maxi's not.
Why do they have him on here?
I heard he's not. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, that makes
They're-
a big difference in that game. But
Hey, if he's playing, I'm gonna take
It's-
Tobias Harris off
they're
my
on a
dog.
slide.
Put Maxey there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sixers are on a
Ooh,
slide. It's tough to pick them right now.
I think Kaminga's
Yo.
gonna eat. I'm picking
I'm
Warriors.
not. I am not doing that. I'm not doing that. Sorry, no.
What?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know. I thought I muted up.
No,
No,
Okay,
it's someone. It's something posted. It's about Michael Jordan. It says
Oh.
you're offered $5 million to score against Michael Jordan 1-on-1. You're given 10 chances. This is prime MJ. If you fail, you won't be able to hear music ever again. Would you lace
No,
up?
no,
No,
no.
I got
Absolutely not.
Am I in my prime too? Am I in my prime too? Because if I'm not, no.
I like that though. That's
Yeah, it's like
my fat ass now. No, I would not get one shot. No.
give me Jordan
Me
now
and my
versus my
height?
prime.
No.
I probably still
If
would.
I can back him down in my high school prime, where I can at least dunk it, and I can get him underneath the basket and at least just go up, and at least I'm going to be heavier and stronger than him in that regard. Yeah, sure, but nah.
I'm not Calvin Cambridge.
Look, you at least probably have handle. I have nothing. I have nothing. I am not a basketball player. I know what I am.
Blaze
I'm-
probably could in his prime.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
risk listening. I'm too much of a music
Music,
junkie to give
yeah,
that up.
right.
Man.
That was the
Yeah.
whole point. though.
Music
That was the
fuels
whole point.
that fuels my life, man. That's in my heart.
It's like
I love
yeah.
basketball, but maybe music just a little bit better
Mm.
than basketball. If I had to choose between the two like that.
All right. So Raptors at the Hornets.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
LaMelo's not playing.
LaMelo's not playing. I'm taking the Hornets.
All right.
Oh wait a minute. It's quickly playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
I'm taking.
I'm gonna go
I'm taking the Raptors. Sorry.
Yeah, same.
I'll take the Raptors.
Yeah. I'll
Blaze,
take
are
that.
you the lone wolf? Lone
Pass.
wolf?
All right. Cavaliers at the Wizards.
Cavs.
Cavs.
Like all the away teams, it seems like today. This time. No, except for this next one.
Hawks at the Celtics.
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 Hmm.
Hawks. I'm going Hawks.
You would, 'cause
Really?
you're a Trey Young fan.
Yeah, I'm going Celtics.
I'm going Hawks because the Celtics are beatable. I don't care what everyone says there. I got the Hawks.
Every team is beatable, man.
I know, but people were saying like they were putting the Celtics on a pedestal. And I'm like, no.
Mhm.
Spurs at the Heat.
Heat.
I was gonna say I know where Rios is going.
Mhm.
Heat, baby.
Heat.
When we gets posterized.
Give him that heat. Come on, Miami. Give him that heat.
Pelicans at the Clippers.
Clippers.
Clippers are playing so good, but I can't stand them.
Ah, who saw them being the number one seed in the West?
Can't stand them.
Like, who saw that? Not a single
no.
soul.
The only thing that I would say is if Zion can really play that dominant bully ball, then it's like he changes the whole dynamic for that team. But
He's healthy too. He hasn't been. He's healthy. He should be in the dunk competition. I'm sorry. I'm gonna die on that hill. I've seen that dude
Yeah.
dunk from
that-
behind the free throw line, and Duke behind the free throw line. He was dunking,
Mm.
and he'd be
All right.
crazy. I'd love to see him in there. Just once, Zion. Just once.
Last game, Pistons at the Kings.
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 Jeez.
He don't want to pick in the Pistons.
They're going to
Yeah.
get Jake Milton.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the Pistons are the only one of those two teams that has ever won a championship. So, for that matter, I'm taking the Kings.
I'm taking the game.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas ain't walking through that door. Dennis Rodman ain't
Exactly.
walking through that door.
What is up, Boom?
Boom.
What is up, Boom? My guy, Boom. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, bro? Make sure you hit that like. And
Good
Chad
pick,
is
Chad.
going Kings. So
Good
there
pick.
you go.
Captain Obvious, Chad.
He's Captain Obvious and Copycat Cat.
Captain Copycat.
Captain Copycat. That's a new one.
Hey, Mitch, for
All right.
tomorrow's live
Stream?
stream, we're doing it only up until the trade deadline ends, or are we doing an evaluation of the picks
Probably-
after?
Probably stay on after. I'd
Probably
like to.
going to stay on after because some of the trades still trickle in after the deadline. So my
Mhm.
guess, if we start at 1, probably end like around 4.
Okay.
Yep, that's fair.
That's my question. So, yep. So you'll see us tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And Randy, whenever you're ready, just pop on in.
Yeah, I'll
So,
be I'll be there at 12, like an hour later.
You better not
Yeah,
trade my ass. I'm the MVP, bitches.
if he gets traded, I'm good. Oh my god. I
We'll have a
cannot
party.
wait.
Mitch will have a party. Mitch will be like, Tobias is traded.
So we're having a
You'll see videos of Mitch. Videos
Oh
of
my
Mitch breakdancing.
There'll be a YouTube short on that one, I'm sure, if it goes down.
No, it will be an actual video. It will not be a
I think
short.
just
It will
like
be
you
an
said
actual
last-
video.
Just like you said last week, Mitch, they're kind of. I don't think they're going to move Tobias. 'Cause he's
I don't
been-
think they're moving Tobias
filling in
because
very
Daryl
well.
Morey loves that
Yeah.
guy. Like, I feel like we're not even going to let him go in this offseason. I feel like there's a way that Daryl Morey's going to have him on a cheaper contract. I don't like it, but
Extension. 5 years.
Oh,
no.
180 million.
Then the Spurs win 5 championships.
Nah.
All right, guys. So we'll see you all tomorrow for the NBA trade deadline live reactions. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when we go live. I will be live again tonight at 7:30 for the Sixers and Warriors game. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you hit that. Oh yeah, I'm live for Ed's Philly Sports post game as well tonight. So make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and we are out. Big.
Brownies up to my hair, and I want some brownies.